Hi everybody, it's Deb here with Creative Life. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for subscribing. So today we're going to have a new project, and this project is using the Trace Jolie June Mixed Media Kit and the June Mixed or Scrapbooking Kit. So we're going to be using both of these kits together to create something beautiful, and we're going to be doing a little layout. So I hope that you stay and join me for this video tutorial. I hope you guys find some inspiration. Please give me a thumbs up after or during when you watch this video. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again for joining me, and stay tuned. So to begin this layout, we're going to go ahead and you're going to grab a piece of scrapbook paper from the scrapbooking kit. You're going to place gesso on that first. Then from the mixed media kit, you're going to go ahead and mix the modeling paste and the ochre acrylic paint together, and then you're going to go ahead and grab that beautiful finnabair stencil, and you're going to go ahead and spread your paint all over, okay, or your mixture, and you're going to go ahead and do wherever you want your script writing to be on your page. I did it 3 times, but I did add one more at the end. Next, I went ahead and grabbed this beautiful image here, and I tore this out from the page, as you see. So I just loved this dock image with the wildflowers growing around it. It's just absolutely beautiful and so serene. And so I went ahead and grabbed that, tore around that image, and did the same thing with the flowers from the same page up in the left-hand corner. And again, I'm just tearing around the image. Next, I went ahead and grabbed my distressing tool, and I distressed the edges that weren't torn. So it would be like your straight edges, and I just went ahead and roughed them up quite a bit. And I did that to both of these images here. So they're going to be placed on top of our page that we went ahead and put our mixture on top of with the stencil. And again, you want to make sure that that page, that before you add your mixture, is gessoed, okay? The next thing I did is I squirted some of the ochre into a bowl and added some water, and I used this to actually ink or paint the edges of my paper. Now usually we use our ink pads to do this, but I thought, you know what, I really wanted to try to see if the paint did really good, and I love how it turned out, and I might try this a little bit more often, you guys. So I really like it. So I just like the coverage of the ochre and how it really covered those edges. So I hope you like it too. So next, I'm just coming in with the sheet, the 12 by 12 page, once it's all dried, and I'm just placing my items on there to see how I like it and see what chipboard piece I want to go ahead and add. And I really liked that heart one, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try that one. And but I also wanted to add the butterfly too. So I kind of intermixed them, and you'll see later here in just a second. So here I am making a photo mat, and what I did is I went ahead and did a 4x6 and then just cut down a 1/4 inch from that, and that is our photo mat. The next thing I did is I went ahead and painted that heart chipboard piece that is in the scrapbook kit. And what I did is, again, I just went ahead and added some of the carmine that is in the mixed media kit with some water. I didn't add any paste or anything, just water, and I just went ahead and painted that onto the chipboard, and it really does cover it quite well. And then just set aside to dry. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to adhere everything on. So for this, what I did is I only adhered on the edges. I only placed my glue on the edges. If you use your adhesive tape, just go ahead and put it around the edges. Do not put it like on the opened areas, because see how I'm adding my photo mat on there, and it's going to go above and underneath the bottom one and over the top of the one in the left hand corner. So you are going to need that not to be adhered down. Now after we get everything on there, if you want to go ahead and secure everything down, you definitely can. Same thing with the photo mat. I went ahead and placed glue on the edges there, but I wanted to make sure to get that butterfly that is on one of the other images on the 12 by 12 sheet. I cut that out and I went ahead and placed that underneath the photo mat. And then I went ahead and grabbed some of the ephemera pieces from the kit, and I went ahead and placed some foam tape on the back of those, and I went ahead and just adhered that on top of the butterfly. And I just thought that this looked so pretty. I absolutely love how that looked. And then I added some other little flowers, odds and ends that I had fussy cut out, and I went ahead and just added those to the butterfly and around the area. I didn't want to add too many butterflies, but I really want to add some flowers to this, just to kind of build it up a bit. So here I'm just adding some foam tape to the back of one of the other ephemera pieces, and I'm just going to go ahead and add it right down in the left hand corner there of the photo mat. And then I really wanted to use this key and heart, but I couldn't figure out where it would go. It was like it really didn't tie in as well as what I thought, but I had this chipboard heart that we painted, and so I really wanted that to go in there, and so I decided to go ahead, and I couldn't figure out where to put this one either. Like, I really like it, and so I thought, I don't know where to put this, and so you'll see here in a minute, I decided to go ahead, and I thought it would go really well right there, but then I started thinking about how I wanted to place my sentiment on here, and so I didn't want it to cover up that one area, and so I left that blank. Now here I'm just adding a little bit of the paint to the heart, because from where I cut it, the little swirlies, I cut them off. I had to go ahead and paint those. So here's what I did with my sentiments. I went ahead and took some of the ephemera pieces that were in the kit, and it said, and I spelled out memories and then of and then you with those Scrabble blocks. So to build them up, I went ahead and put foam tape squares on the back of each of those letters, and I went ahead and placed them down on top of the page here. And I really like how it turned out. And so I just spelled U right there towards the bottom of that torn area there, and I really like that. And then I decided to go ahead and do the same thing for the other little letters. Just put foam squares on the back of them. So after I got all of the foam squares on the letters, I went ahead and of course now I'm just mounting them. And I really like how this little layout turned out. I hope that you all like it too and try some of the techniques and stuff that I have shown you today. I really had a great time creating this, and I thought it's just beautiful. And so here I'm placing some glue on the back of the chipboard heart, and I'm just going to lay that right there over the dock area. Now, the one area there on the side, the right-hand side, it was kind of blank. And so I went ahead and just mixed up some more paste and put some words from the stencil right there on the side. I just think it really added a little bit more to the layout, and it didn't look so empty. Okay, so we are done with our beautiful little layout, and I hope you guys like it. We used the scrapbook kit to create this layout, and I went ahead and we tore this and this one from one of the pages, and then I went ahead and instead of using ink around the edges of each one of these, I decided to use the paint. And what I did is I did a little bit of paint with some added water, took my paintbrush and gently just brushed along each of the edges of these. And then I did the same thing with, let's see, with this here. You can barely see a little bit of the paint around the edges of the photo mat. And then we took our beautiful ephemera that comes with the kit, and it has those little Scrabble letters in it, and I went ahead and placed those up on top, and it says memories of you. And then I went ahead and took the heart chipboard piece that comes in the scrapbook kit, and I went ahead and painted that with the Carmen. I think that's how you say it, Carmen. And then I went ahead and let that dry, and it's just, it gives it a really nice, it's kind of like a reddish orange kind of color, depending on if you wet it down or use the paste. You can make this paint really light, or you can make it pretty dark. And I didn't really wet it a lot, so it did come out pretty dark amongst using it on the chipboard piece, which I absolutely love. So I love that dark, kind of gave it like a dark burgundy kind of color, which is really gorgeous. And then I took some of the ephemera, used it here, and cut out, fussy cut out this window, used some of the flowers here, and then took that little bird and put that there. And then we did the stenciling. Now you do need to use gesso on the back of your paper. I suggest that. And before you lay down your stencil, okay? So I did some stenciling here, here, and then here. And I think that it looks so pretty. I did go ahead and use that butterfly. This was the butterfly that is on one of the pages in the scrapbook kit. And we used the first butterfly for the canvas that we did for mixed media, and I had one butterfly left over, and so I went ahead and used that right underneath, kind of tucked it underneath the photo mat here, and then used some flowers, and I popped those up with some foam tape, and I think it turned out so pretty. I absolutely love how this turned out. I hope you guys got some great inspiration from today's video, and thank you so much for joining me today. Take care. I have all the links down below for you, and you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Thanks so much for joining me today, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and hit that bell for future notifications on all upcoming videos, tutorials, YouTube hops, and my Friday night lives at 4:30 Central Time.